Looks like we might be getting a bit of rain. G'day, I'm James Stroud from Stroud Homes, and I'd like to talk to you today about wet weather delays. We get a lot of questions about this. The contract does have a wet weather allowance within it. That's based on the average amount of wet weather days that happen in a given month historically. When the wet weather that's actually happening exceeds the average amount, we claim these delays under the contract. Now that doesn't actually mean that the handover of your home is automatically delayed. We can often catch up by having our trade teams work overtime and through weekends, but we still need to claim some sort of delay to keep the building schedules realistic. So weather delays are sometimes claimed for wind or extreme heat also. We have to work to health and safety regulations that prohibit things like roof work on extremely windy or hot days. One question we're often asked is, why is there trades working on site in the same period that a wet weather delay has been claimed? To answer that question, I'd like to introduce you the concept of a critical path. The critical path is the items that relate to one another in a build program. So for example, the frame can't go up until the slab is laid, the bricks can't go up until the frame goes up, the render can't go on until the bricks are up. So all of those items are on the critical path. As an example of an item that's not on the critical path, the electrician. The electrician can start any time after the frame is completed, but he doesn't have to have his work done until we're ready to do the plastering. That gives him quite a wide time period. That's why an electrician could be working on your site while the bricklaying has been delayed due to wet weather, for example. He can work inside, but the bricklaying can't happen outside because the site is just too muddy. Now, the next question that we do get asked from time to time is, how are the wet weather delays calculated? It's a fair question, and it's a bit of a gray area. Now, when we calculate a weather delay on a job, we take the period of time that it rained plus the period of time that the site will require to dry out. Sometimes we also have to consider the work that needs to be done next. For example, if we have to get heavy equipment on site like bobcats, we will have to allow for the dry out time. The third thing we consider is the effect across the entire industry. Severe inclement weather events can bring a sort of gridlock across the board that has to be allowed for. We do truly feel the effects of it. Wet weather delays are used to allow for the genuine delays that we have when we have severe weather. We will not use these delays to unfairly extend your building time.